Man, I'll tell you what, if I was as ugly as that guy right there, I'd shave my butt and I'd walk backwards the rest of my life, because that is one ugly dude walking through. All the crap at red lights on. Hello, everybody. We're coming to you live from Kansas tonight. We're headed down to Kansas City, get unloaded, get back to the great state of Oklahoma where we belong. But anyway, when I was coming through Kansas, because they're a little town and they're getting ready for the rodeo. Yep. And boy, it sure made me think about a lot of stuff. And I remember one small rodeo we was at. They had them fellers jump out of an airplane, and they come down and parachuted with a flag on their back. It's a flopping, and they landed right in the rodeo arena. In that flag, and they landed on their feet and reached around and grabbed that flag before they hit the ground and took off. And I thought, that's the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. So I called my wife. I said, honey, guess what? I'm going to learn how to skydive. She said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. And she said, you can't do it till we get the life insurance paid up. And I said, you better pay it tomorrow, because I'm doing it on the way home. So anyway, I hung the phone up, because I didn't want to get chewed out. So I called down to Missouri and found this place down there to teach you how to skydive. So I called my department. I went by there, and I go in there and I pay my fees and signed all that paperwork. And there's like accidental death, not their responsibility. I don't understand all that. But anyway, so they gave me a jumpsuit. They said, go put on your jumpsuit. I'm like, no. So I run to the bathroom and I put on that jumpsuit. Man, when I look in the mirror, I tell you what, I look like Tom Cruise and Top Gun. I mean, this is phenomenal how good I looked. And I wipe that mirror off and look again. I look like Jerry Lewis and maybe Top Nuns. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I come out of that bathroom and that big hangar door's open. And there's an airplane out there running. So I take off towards that airplane's out there running. I'm like, whoo, going skydiving. And this fella grabbed me by the arm. He said, hold it, hoss, before you go skydiving, we got to give you a crash course in skydiving. And I said, do what? And he said, we got to give you a small crash course before we set you up for skydiving. I went, buddy, I can crash on my own. I don't need you to teach me how to crash. I need you to teach me how not to crash. He said, well, that's what we're going to do. I said, well, just lay up then, dummy. So they take me back to the hangar, and they make me lay down belly first on this creeper, like the mechanic shoes. And they're pushing me from one guy to the next, and he'd push me back, and he'd push me over there, and they grab my arm every once in a while and spin me around. Woo! Great time, had all. None. And I said, I signed up to go skydiving, not to go to the skateboard park. And they said, well, let's get you a parachute. We'll get underway. I'm like, oh, parachute, oh, get a parachute. So they come out with this parachute, and they're showing me how to put it on. Well, in the bottom of it, it's got these rings you put your feet through, and you pull that up and you put your shoulder straps on, and he reached up there and he tightened down my shoulder straps, and he tightened down my belly straps, and then he grabbed, and I said, whoa, wait a minute, hoss, I'll tighten him up. And he goes, you need to tighten him up before you jump out of that airplane. And I said, I'll do it, Ruth Paul, just leave me alone. So finally we get out on the airplane, and we take off down the runway, and that airplane's a Cadillac down through there, woo, and we take off, and boy, it's the coolest thing I've ever been in my life. I was so excited. And okay, when you see the airplanes fly overhead, you can look up, and they don't look that far up there. But when you're in an airplane with the door open, looking down at Mother Earth, it's a long ways down. And my belly got queasy. And I'm thinking, I ain't got to do this. I don't have to jump. This is my show. If I don't want to jump, I ain't got to jump. And the whole time that instructor is pushing me out towards that open door. And I'm like, quit pushing. And I'm grabbing on. He's pushing. I'm like, I'm going to whoop your butt. And we get this big argument. He goes, what's the matter? I said, I ain't for sure if we're going to do this. And he goes, you're a cowboy. You've got this. You can do it. You're like Tom Cruise. You got guts of steel. And then I start going, oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I can do it. I can do this. And then all at once, he pushed me out the airplane. And I'm falling towards Earth, face first. And I'm trying to scream. But the wind's going in my mouth faster than I can put a scream out in my mouth. You can't hear nothing. So all I'm doing is eating bugs. So I thought, well, I'm just going to close my eyes. So I closed my eyes. And I'm falling up, till I boogie. And all of a sudden I thought, whoa, wait a minute. I better open my eyes up, see where I'm going to land in case there is a crash. I need to know where to tell the paramedics come to. So I open up my eyes. Whoo, Earth's closer. I'm starting to panic. I'm like, good Lord. And that instructor come floating right by me, just cool as Tom Cruise. And he come by me and he thumbs up. Pull the ripcord. And about the time I reached that ripcord and went to pull it, I thought, I never did tighten up the straps. But I didn't care. I was scared. So I yanked that ripcord. And when I did, when that parachute hit and it started to open up, it's like somebody hit the brakes on the Maserati. I swear to God, my feet got longer and my arms got longer. It stopped me that dabbering fast. And when it did, them straps I forgot to tighten up around my legs. Guess where they went? Yep, right up the middle of me. So everything that's supposed to be down there is now up at my belly button. And I mean everything. I was in the most pain ever in my life. And I was in so much pain I could scream and make it through the wind. I'm screaming, wah! And they're on the ground looking up, just waving and clapping and wah! Hollering back at me. And, yeah! And I got down there and I tried to land on my feet. I did not. I landed on my butt, ended up doing a barrel roll, busted my caboose in a cloud of dust, and I'm still screaming, wah! I come over there and said, you're all right, you're all right. I said, no, God, pull them straps, pull them straps. And when they pulled them straps, I sat there for a minute and kind of got my hair back. And that instructor looked right at me. And he goes, told you to tighten them straps up. And I'm like, don't be a smartass. So anyway, I left there knowing that I'm not a skydiver. And I'm never going to jump out of a perfectly lit airplane ever again. I'll guarantee you that much. So they sent me a plaque in the mail. It says completed 1 course of skydiving and made 1 jump. Whoopee! I was sending them back a plaque that says, you're the dumbasses that let me get an airplane and jump out of it. Whoopee! So anyway, if you got something you want to do in your life, check it out. Find out what it entails. And then, if you get instructions, listen to what they say, because it'll save you a lot of pain later on. So we out. Good night. Talk to you later.
Now hey, don't go riding off just yet. Take a stroll over to woodyporter.com for more fun and a few more tall tales. We'll see you all out there on the trail.